first Filipino nurse in the Philippines is our grandmother, her great-grandmother,
Her mother's mother.
Irene Samonte Igorospe. She's number 14, so she's the 14th nurse in the country.
So when you sleep later tonight, she will congratulate you.
She will come and congratulate you. So she's continuing a tradition, whether she wanted to do it or not.
I guess she did.
She had a long time to say no.
But it's fate. It's fate because when my father had to have nursing care, and I would need somebody to teach because I would leave. I said, "Liezl, come here," and I'd show her how to inject subcutaneous, or because Daddy needed that injection every day,
I think with your dad
and then putting optical dressings and all that. So it was always Liezl that I always trained. So it was fated that she would end up, even if she didn't take nursing at the start, it was in her destiny to go into nursing. Although the three sisters in this generation, me and Betsy and Marilyn, continued with the tradition. I dropped out. I dropped out after I did the master's degree, but I think once a nurse, always a nurse, so that when my parents were sick and they needed a lot of care, the three of us were always able to communicate to the nursing staff and the medical staff.
And then of course Cesar.
And of course Cesar with this.
We
were able to help with that.
What did you do?
Psychology.
Oh, yeah. Keeping it all together.
And what is Cesar doing now?
Taking care.
Taking care of people who are in bed and need help.
Mentally challenged.
Yes. So it's
And then if it really goes wrong, then we go to the.
And then we have our lawyer to take
but
care
we
of
want that legacy, that legacy of caring, servicing in the medical field. My grandfather was a doctor who became a governor, and we have a doctor in this generation too. So it continues. It continues. The line continues with Liezl. So that's very memorable, and I just thought about it the other day.
It's not that sad.
And the line must continue.
We are very happy, so it's not that sad. You don't have to cry all the
But she
time.
says, no, I can't do it. It's not.
Well, it's charm for
It's
some.
okay. Some people
So it's
cannot.
really for you.
You know, when my father-in-law was in the Philippines and he was sick and he was in the house, and that is the Schlafia Club.
Oh, why did you remove?
Yeah, you put it in there.
That was removed. That's like removing a name.
That's his
fingernail.
clapping pin.
He was at home, he had an IV going, and the IV infiltrated.
Oh.
And the procedure is for the maids, there were no nurses in the house at that time, to get a visiting nurse. And I had been retired for a couple of years, and up to then I had been starting IVs as a daily event, many times a day. But then he was there, and a relative poking with needles after 2 years, nothing.
You got it.
Yeah, I
Yay.
got it in.
A doctor, always a doctor.
It's similar to a bicycle.
Yes.
Once you know how to ride a bicycle, then once you know how to start an IV.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I haven't started. I just go.
You're smiling, Lisa.
Sure if I can.
Thank God.
Sure if I have to do it.
Why don't you tell